Welcome, stranger. This is Top 10 Horror. If you haven't already subscribed, then what are you waiting for? In this video, we will be reading you 10 creepy roommate horror stories. So let's not waste any more time. Enjoy.
1. Doll Circle. I had always found my roommate's doll collection unsettling, but I never expected it to turn into a nightmare. One stormy night as I lay in bed, I suddenly awoke to a chilling silence. I glanced around the room and froze in terror. The dolls that adorned my roommate's shelves were no longer in their usual places. They had formed a perfect circle around my bed, their glassy eyes fixated on me. I felt a cold shiver run down my spine as I realized I was trapped in their eerie gaze, unable to move. The dolls seemed to have taken on a life of their own, and I couldn't shake the feeling that something malevolent was in the room with me. It was a night I would never forget. 2. Hidden Tunnel. Living with my roommate had always been strange, but things took a sinister turn when she disappeared without a trace. Concerned for her well-being, we decided to investigate her locked bedroom. As we forced our way inside, we discovered a secret tunnel concealed behind a bookshelf. It led down into the darkness of the basement, a place we had never explored before. The walls were covered in cryptic symbols, and the air was thick with an eerie presence. The realization hit us that our roommate had been leading a double life, and her disappearance was no ordinary event. We couldn't shake the feeling that we were just scratching the surface of a much deeper, more disturbing secret. 3. Filming shadows. Living with my roommate had always been a bit uncomfortable, but I never suspected the extent of his twisted behavior until I stumbled upon a dark secret. Curiosity got the better of me one day, and I decided to explore his computer files. To my horror, I discovered a collection of videos capturing moments from my own life. Videos of me sleeping, eating, and going about my daily routines. It was as if he had been spying on me for months. The sense of violation was overwhelming, and I couldn't help but feel a constant unease, haunted by the knowledge that my privacy had been invaded by someone I had trusted. 4. Sleepwalking visitor. Living with my roommate was like walking on eggshells, never knowing what bizarre behavior would unfold. One night I was jolted awake by a strange sensation. I opened my eyes to find my roommate standing inches away from my bed, his vacant eyes staring right through me. He muttered unintelligible words under his breath, as if in a trance. I tried to rouse him from his sleepwalking state, but he remained unresponsive. The incident left me paralyzed with fear, unable to comprehend the darkness that lurked within my roommate's subconscious. 5. The Watchful Eyes. Living with my roommate turned into a macabre experience due to his unsettling fascination with taxidermy. Our apartment became a chilling display of deceased animals, their preserved bodies placed strategically to create an unnerving atmosphere. Everywhere I turned, it felt like their glassy eyes were watching me, following my every move. No matter how hard I tried to ignore their presence, the unnerving feeling persisted, leaving me in a constant state of unease. It was as if the boundaries between life and death had blurred within the confines of our home. 6. Midnight utterances. There were many nights when I was awakened by the muffled sound of my roommate's voice, speaking in a language I couldn't recognize. Curiosity eventually got the better of me, and one night I decided to listen closer. As I strained to decipher the strange words, a chilling realization washed over me. The language my roommate spoke was not of this world. The words dripped with a sense of ancient power and a haunting melody. The syllables seemed to resonate with an otherworldly energy, sending shivers down my spine. Fear consumed me as I wondered what dark forces my roommate was invoking in those midnight incantations. The knowledge that I shared living space with someone who dabbled in forbidden arts filled me with a deep sense of dread and heightened my awareness of the hidden dangers lurking within the shadows. 7. Disturbed order. Living with my roommate became a perplexing experience, as I noticed my belongings constantly rearranged when I returned home. Books stacked in peculiar formations, photographs placed in unsettling juxtapositions, and personal items meticulously shifted from their original position. It was as if an unseen presence toyed with the order of my life, leaving me feeling unnerved and violated. The constant disruption of my personal space began to erode my sense of security, leaving me questioning my own sanity. Each time I discovered yet another item out of place, the feeling of being watched intensified, filling the apartment with an oppressive atmosphere. 8. The elusive serpent. My roommate had always claimed to have a pet snake, but I had never seen any evidence of its existence. As days turned into weeks, my curiosity grew, and I began to suspect that something sinister was afoot. One fateful day, I stumbled upon a hidden compartment in my roommate's closet. To my horror, it contained a collection of empty snake skins, meticulously preserved and neatly arranged. The realization struck me like a venomous bite. My roommate had been harboring a dangerous secret. The absence of a living snake only deepened the mystery, leaving me with haunting questions about what had become of the slithering creature that once inhabited our midst. 9. The balcony's edge. Living with my roommate had always been a test of nerves, but nothing prepared me for the night when I discovered the true extent of her nocturnal wanderings. Startled awake by a sense of urgency, I rushed to the balcony to find my roommate teetering dangerously close to the edge, seemingly oblivious to the perilous drop below. Panic gripped me as I fought against the wind, desperately pulling her back to safety. Her vacant expression and hazy eyes suggested a troubled sleepwalking episode, but the chilling realization that I held her life in my hands left an indelible mark on my psyche. From that night on, my roommate's nighttime escapades became a constant source of anxiety, forever altering the dynamics of our shared living space. 10. Symbols of darkness. From the moment I moved in, I noticed peculiar symbols and cryptic drawings adorning the walls of our apartment. My roommate dismissed them as mere artwork, but there was something inherently sinister about those markings. They seemed to exude an energy that unsettled me to my core. As time went on, my research revealed that the symbols were associated with occult rituals and ancient practices. The realization that I shared a living space with someone entangled in the dark arts sent chills down my spine. Every creak of the floorboards and whisper of the wind carried an eerie weight, as if the apartment itself was a gateway to realms best left undisturbed.
I hope you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to subscribe to Top 10 Horror. There's plenty more to come. I wish you farewell.